Hello everybody and welcome to week 6 of Pinto's preview. This week we'll be looking at the Indiana State Sycamores as they come to town to take on the number 1 NDSU Bison. Now last week the Bison put everybody in the FCS on notice about how tough they're going to be this season. If they didn't know already, after beating Colorado State and Northern Iowa thoroughly, they completely dominated the number 3 team in the nation, Youngstown State, 48-7. Now, Youngstown State's a much better team than that, but NDSU made them look like they shouldn't have even been ranked in the top 10. And now the Bison, moving forward, will have different challenges, and we're going to address one of those challenges in this week's 3 points in Pinto's preview. The first point I want to make is holding down All-American running back Shakir Bell of the Indiana State Sycamores. Only one team so far has been able to do that, and that was South Dakota State. South Dakota State actually went on to win that game 24-10, and in that game, Shakir Bell ran 18 times for 54 yards. Every other game, minus the Quincy game, which Indiana State won going away, so he wasn't really needed, Shakir Bell has been able to run for over 100 yards, including FBS opponent Indiana. So for NDSU to win this game, they need to hold Shakir Bell under 100 yards. That's the milestone mark that they need to reach if they're going to win this game. He's a very tough runner. He's shifty, little bowling ball guy, can hit the hole hard and then break away. So it's going to be very tough for NDSU to accomplish that feat. The second point I'd like to make is NDSU's biggest challenge moving forward is no longer the opponents on the schedule, but themselves. And I know that's a really odd statement to make, but I'll clarify. In the next 4 games, they have opponents they should win against. Indiana State, they should win. South Dakota should be a win. Southern Illinois and Missouri State, obviously the same thing. So for NDSU to do what they did last week against the number 3 team, what's the next challenge? Can't get complacent. And this team doesn't have a lot of seniors on it, but there's still a ton of experience, especially from 2 deep playoff runs and back-to-back seasons when the juniors were freshmen and sophomores and being big contributors to this team. So NDSU needs to find challenges within the game and find challenges week by week in order to stay fresh, stay sharp, and make sure that the ultimate goal, which is the national championship for this team, stays in plain sight. The third and final point I'd like to make is NDSU's efficiency on third down. As a team so far this year, they're at 59%, which is unbelievable. In the first quarter alone, they're at 78.9, and then in the third quarter, they're at 68. What does that mean exactly? Well, to begin either half, first or second, if they have the ball, they're really not going to give it back. The opposition defense is going to stay out there. They're going to get gassed, and by the time the fourth quarter or second quarter rolls around and NDSU is pushing maybe for that last score or pushing to end the game, that defense can't get off the field. And with that, NDSU's defense stays much fresher. They already rotate enough players in to stay fresh, but when you get that added 2 minutes or you get that added set of downs because NDSU was able to convert on third down, it just adds a bunch more momentum to both sides of the ball. So NDSU, if they want to continue this success moving forward, it goes without saying that third down, the success needs to continue for this team. Finally, my prediction for this game, 27-13, NDSU is going to come away with this victory. Now, Indiana State, if they are able to run the ball, then this game kind of changes a little bit, but I don't think they're going to be able to. NDSU going to be watching a lot of tape of South Dakota State as the week progresses because that was the team able to stop Shakir Bell. 18 carries for 54 yards, and NDSU is going to try to employ some of the same type of strategy that South Dakota State used in stopping the All-American running back. Also, NDSU can score. Now, I believe that their intensity level is not going to be nearly as high as it was the last 2 weeks, but they're still going to be able to get up for this game, especially considering they're going to be at home. So, in my mind, again, 27-13, NDSU wins. You're going to be a little bit disappointed with the offensive production, but overall the defense is going to come to play, maybe create 1, possibly 2 turnovers in the game. For Pinto's Previews and KFGO.com, I'm Daniel Gunderson.